Welcome back to Allergic to Stupidity. Attempt number 3. Explain in a second. This is a 3-part chit-chat today. And the 3rd part is the part I keep getting ranting on. And it just keeps going and going and going. So I'm going to try it the 3rd time to see if I can get this shortened down to the specific thing that pissed me off, which was one of those reels you find on YouTube of this gentleman taking pictures of a little girl in a wedding dress with the front of the wedding dress was tied here and then it just hung down the bottom in front of her. She didn't physically, literally have it on. And the mummy's sitting there being so proud. And I thought, this is bullshit crap. Like, we're teaching our little tiny people that teaching our little tiny girls, not our little tiny people, we're teaching our little tiny girls that the epitome or the pinnacle of their life is to walk down that aisle and get married. Well, yeah, it's nice to find somebody to spend the rest of your life with. It's nice to go through life with somebody. I won't argue that. Ouch. I get that, right? But when we're teaching them from this high that is the most important thing. Maybe not the only thing. We're not teaching them to just love themselves. We're not teaching them to go out and be the best they can be. We're not helping them enjoy life and love life. It's the best gift, the greatest gift given is life itself. It's not finding a significant other. It's not having a mansion house. It's life itself. It is the greatest gift ever given. And yet we're teaching these little tiny people, little tiny girls, that this is the pinnacle of their life, is to walk up that aisle and have that whole day about them. And if you watch wedding videos, it's like, this is my day. Everybody's going to be watching me. Great. So the next day, it's crap. There is almost, if you've ever watched Friends, the TV series, and it's the episode after Monica and Chandler get married, he's depressed. She's depressed, I should say. Why? She says, oh, my day's over. Well, that reinforces my problem. In her, the character Monica is reinforcing it. She says, I'm no longer the center of attention. I'm just a wife. He's just my husband. And we're not focusing on all the rest of what life is wonderful and fantastic and stupendous. We're focusing on the day. Was the day wonderful? Yeah. Can the day be wonderful? Yes, without a question. Without a hesitation. But it's not the pinnacle of your life. It's not the be-all and end-all. It's wonderful, it's stupendous, but it is not. And yet, that's what that little dress on that wedding dress on that little girl slapped me in the face. Is that's what we're teaching little girls, is that is the pinnacle. And then we find pictures of boys that, yes, they're supposed to find that woman that's going to take care of them for the rest of life, and they're supposed to take care of the wife for the rest of life and everything else. And it's like, that's it. I found my partner. Why? Look, I found my partner. I'm not looking any farther. He and I have broken up. He's got a girlfriend. He's had a girlfriend for maybe 11 years now. Yeah, it's 11 years. My kids have seen their dad with her. They go, yeah, those two are a better match, Mom. Okay, fine. But I'm not looking for another one, because having found him was not the pinnacle of my life at all. It's just, it was nice to have him. I enjoyed being with him. And he's special. But life Life is the most precious gift ever given. So it's not that one pinnacle time. It's what you do with your life. From the day you were born to the day you die, that is what life is about. It's not about that one day at all. And here's another reason why. Because that one day, and when you're brought up to believe that now you've done it, you've found that person, now you're going to be happy. Well, what happens if you're not happy after that? What happens if you married somebody or got together with a significant other and it fell apart? Mine fell apart. One of my kids has fallen apart. Lots of marriages fall apart, whether they're male and female or two ladies or two guys. Doesn't matter. Sometimes it just doesn't work. So what's my rant? Can we stop pushing in this world that day is the pinnacle of your life, and that from this high up we should be looking to, especially for little girls, we should be looking for that significant other, and that day when I'm the center of attention. And this is the part I wanted to add on, and probably what started this whole thing was about a month ago I found a video of a girl. It was an ad for Pinterest, and she was sitting on the beaches of Hawaii planning her wedding, but she admitted she didn't have a significant other. So she's spending, and this was she'd be in her 20s, young adult, and she was planning and dreaming about what that day was going to be. When I was looking forward to getting married, it wasn't the day. It was the adventures. It was the going places. It was, he and I could get on via train and travel across Canada together. And we could have this adventure together. And it was that. Mine was all about the adventures. My oldest, it's all about the adventures she and her husband. Same thing with my youngest. It's what adventures can they have together. So we need to stop telling our young people that the pinnacle of life is to find somebody to go down that aisle with. That's the be all and end all. Because it's not. They're just, between the little girl in the dress and this young lady sitting there planning her wedding, which she didn't. She said, I don't have any significant other, but I love planning my wedding. Screamed volumes that we're putting too much emphasis on that day. And there's an old couple who was interviewed. They said they've been married 70 years, and they said, what's your secret? She said, the first day was the wedding. It's the next 70 years that's the marriage. And it was as simple as that. It was like, it's just a ceremony. And yet we're telling and pounding into these kids that it's the be-all and end-all. That was really my rant. Now on a lighter note. Okay. I always buy my stuff at Bulk Barn. So you get, this is all has to do with Bulk Barn. Okay? Which is a good Canadian shop. It's found across Canada. Some of them are franchised and lots of them are corporate owned. I went into the cupboard one day and discovered that the marshmallow bag had been opened. What the heck has the marshmallow bag been opened? Nobody eats marshmallows around here. I just keep them in the cupboard just in case I want them for baking. And my grandson, who is my cook in the house, better cook than I am. I just make comfy food. I said, oh, Gran, I got some marshmallows. I knew you wouldn't mind. And I put them in with the brown sugar because my brown sugar had solidified. Like literally solidified. And he said, I had seen on TikTok or internet or Instagram, whatever, that if you put the marshmallows in, it will either, I'm going to say, put moisture back in to the brown sugar and soften it. And I went, okay, no, I've got no problem with doing experiments. And it works like a charm. He just put 5 or 6 in here. Probably put 6 in because it was fuller than that, like, because I do use it for my breakfast porridge. Okay? And it worked like a charm. Like, it's great. So there's 1. 2. Again, Bulk Barn. If you go in with your empty container, go to the cashier, and they will put it on their scale, and they'll put a little tag here that says exactly how much it weighs. So this one's 290 grams. Then you go over, you fill it up with the product you want, which in this case was instant oatmeal. Come back, they weigh it, they take the weight of your container off, and they only charge you for the oatmeal that's inside, which for me is great because those stupid bags I hate, because they tear like anything. They're used once and throw them out, and I hate and despise plastic. But my other one is I use this till this is empty, and then I put it beside the back door, and as I go out I grab it, so I know exactly where I'm sitting. So those are my two Buck Barney things. And yes, Tupperware is going out of business, but if you go onto your Facebook marketplace, I can find people who are selling their Tupperware, so I keep supplementing and increasing my Tupperware. Okay, next one. This is a cute little thing. I'd seen it on YouTube years ago. And what it is, you just grab an old teapot you're no longer using. Maybe the lid has broken or the spout's cracked, but you're no longer using it to make tea. Okay? And what you do is you simply tie it. And tie it really solid. And I tend to tie mine between two limbs of a tree. It'll sway a little bit, but if I tie it really loose, it's going to do this, which if I was a little bird, I don't think I'd want that. So I tie it relatively secure. It sways a bit. They will go in there and make their nests, and if it rains and water gets inside, it will just drip out of the spout. So their nests stay nice and dry. I've tried gluing the lid here for a cover or down here for a perch. It doesn't really work. I guess the weather, like the environment doesn't, the glue doesn't like the environment or the climate or whatever. So my lids have always fallen off. But that doesn't matter. My little birdies will sit right there. And yeah, I got some pine needles still left here from my last guy. I do make a point of cleaning out my nest boxes as much every year if possible. Anyways, there you go. It's just a cute little guy. In this particular case, my tenant asked me one year what I wanted for Christmas, and I was very, very explicit. Please do not go buy brand new ones, because this is what I want to use them for. And he went, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So he just went to Value Village, picked up 2 or 3 of them, and I just hung them up. The birds ignored them for the first couple of years because they're going, what? But now, like I said, I have found stuff inside. There you go. Lesson, don't tie it to a dead tree, because I just had one that was tied to a dead tree and the whole tree fell over. So there you go. There's my rant and my little cutesies for today. I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. And April showers, March winds bring April showers. April showers bring May flowers. So we're already having a lot of rain. Anyways, take care, guys.